So we start off our second night by cleaning up everything that we have missed on the floor. I do end up hearing some noises at this door, so I go ahead and go check it out. These zombies do surprise me because they sprint. They were sprinting at me. But I didn't realize it is nighttime, so that just kind of makes sense. They are faster at night, for those of you who didn't know. So, once the zombies at the door were dealt with, I'm go ahead and take care of this barricade. It's the one that connects the kitchen to the main room. Now, our main issue here is stamina. I keep running out. Our tools aren't that great, but eventually I do get the barricade down. And once the barricade is down, we can start focusing on the rest of the house. Now, I want to focus on the upstairs today. The base floor is pretty much cleared. Maybe a couple of things still need to be cleaned here and there. But I do want to focus on the upstairs. Since it is nighttime, I can't really do any quests, so let's go ahead and get this done. We get some magazines here. It's a fireman magazine. Really cool, really useful. And that's always a good find. You always love to see that. Now, I don't know where the zombies are. And I know this is locked, so I have to break down this door. But to my surprise, the zombie inside doesn't seem to hear me. I'm able to take him out with a single arrow to the head. Heck yeah, you love to see it. I drink my water here. I am starting to get thirsty. And once the water is drinking, we go ahead and go back inside. Now, after breaking down this door, I noticed that there's a big giant hole in the wall. I go to inspect it and see that there's actually a vulture just chilling there. I grab the bag, look around, make sure no zombies are coming up on me, and then continue to loot. Nothing major is found here, just some basic clothing items. But I do put them on because I don't have any clothing at the moment. But all in all, nothing special. I go ahead and search up this beverage thing and go into this next room here. And this is where I actually get a very big surprise. A ton of zombies just come pouring out of that closet. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't ready for it. And so I ran to the only safe place that I knew. This spot right here where I had stayed the night before. I knew I had that hatch there. I go to place the hatch on the other side in case they come out through that area, but they surprised me again for the second time, and I'm forced to fight them with my back against the wall, trapped in this room here. I do eventually take them all out. This baton I have is actually pretty good for this stage in the game. Now, I don't know if I got them all. I don't know if they're trying to sneak up behind me. I do know I need to get these hatches down ASAP as soon as possible. Just in case there are any more incidents, we can go ahead and have a defense against that. Now, not hearing any more zombies, we go ahead and take a look cautiously back upstairs, making sure we got them all. We go back to that room where they all came from. Not much going on here. Not a lot of loot. Kind of disappointing. But again, the XP we got from those zombies were well worth it. I go ahead and knock down this door because I do want to put my own doors up. But nothing on this balcony. I go back to check the other area. Nothing. And check this balcony. Again, nothing. I do hear a zombie trying to come, but I don't know where that zombie is exactly. I start searching around. I can't see it, but I do hear it. So the thought comes to me, what if it's downstairs? I go ahead and go back downstairs to check out because I don't want to get a zombie on me. And sure enough, there's one at the door. But what I don't see is the wolf that comes in right behind him. The wolf starts munching me. I take out my 9mm. Good thing I had one of those. And with that, the wolf has been dealt with. We go ahead and harvest because I know we're going to need the leather eventually. And then we get back to work. Now again, there's only 2 more doors at the top that need to be cleared. The time of day right now is going to be close to 4 a.m., which means nighttime is almost over. We go ahead and knock down these doors, but before I can do anything with this room, I hear another zombie trying to break down my house. I go outside to go investigate, and I see a crawler trying to crawl his way through. Quickly dispatch that guy. Not a big deal. And I go ahead and take on this second zombie outside my house. The least zombies out there, the better. Go back inside, head back upstairs, and I attempt to use my bow to swiftly take these guys out. I realize I don't have any ammo though, so I quickly have to go back downstairs, grab up as many arrows as I can, and then try to equip them. Once that's all done, head back upstairs again. This time, I'm able to take them out using sneak shots. I'm not able to get a sneak shot on the third, but I do wake it up, and I'm able to use my baton to quickly take it out. Once all of the zombies are dead, I go ahead and take out the door, because again, I'm going to eventually put my own door up, and we continue our looting escapade. With that room being clear, we go ahead and clean it up as best as possible, and then we get ready to do the final room at the top, meaning the second floor is now clear. After organizing my inventory, I go ahead and head out towards the next quest location. The time is now 5:30, and I want to get as many quests done today as possible. Quest location is fairly far away though, so we begin our trek on the way, killing any zombies that we see for that sweet XP. The zombies at this stage are not really that difficult, and they are my greatest source of experience. So any we see are killed on sight. I want to try to loot and gather as much as possible as well for any kind of crafting material. As we head closer into the town, it starts getting rainy. No big deal normally, but we do have to be just that much more careful. I see a police car. I try to unlock it. The problem is that zombie to the right is starting to try to sneak up on me. It's off camera, but I kind of have an idea where it's at, and before it can bite me, I exit the lock picking minigame, dispatch that zombie, and get it into the car first try. Here we find ourselves a shotgun. Super happy to find that. We go ahead and equip it immediately, although we have no actual shotgun ammo. I just put it back into my inventory. It does me no good on my actual hotbar. Continuing on in the mission, we go ahead and loot as many mailboxes as we can. Since this is a single player run through, any magazines that I find are absolutely essential. Taking out as many zombies as we can and searching as many trunks as possible, we get the most amount of books in the shortest amount of time. Eventually though, we reach our quest location, and after killing all the zombies in the immediate area, we begin our pre-looting process. Again, we're going to go ahead and pre-loot every POI that the trader sends us. That way we get double the amount of loot, double the amount of XP, and double the amount of resources, all for the same quest. It does take double the amount of time, but again, that's just double XP, so no big deal. Start our pre-loot process, taking literally everything we can get our hands on. My main issue with the vanilla is that your inventory space is so small, and I don't think there's any way besides pocket mods to increase it. I start trying to loot this, but my wrench actually breaks and I don't have any repair kits, so we're not able to get any of that sweet metal that we need to upgrade our base later on. Once the pre-loot's done, I am able to actually start the real quest. I was able to find some repair kits in the pre-loot. I skipped the pre-loot because I doubt you guys want to see the same quest twice. If you do, let me know in the comments below, and I won't skip the pre-loot for next time. However, since we already pre-looted it once, we're able to actually go back and re-get all the stuff that we couldn't get the first time. But with our inventory the way it is, we are stacked. I go ahead and take out the zombie that is trying to sneak up on me, and we begin the actual quest. I'm always careful going in, especially on a hardcore run, because a single death means you lose literally everything. New save file, everything gets deleted. So although I've already pre-looted this and I have some idea of where the zombies are, it changes a little bit from quest to quest, so things are always just slightly different. I go ahead and make sure there's no zombies at the bottom that I can take out while I am at the top. I don't see any, so I begin looting up the garage itself. That's when this guy decides he wants to come in and sneak up on me. I swear I searched the bottom. I have no idea where he came from, but we took him out with our baton nonetheless. Moving forward, I hear another zombie. I know there's another zombie outside. I don't know where exactly it is on the outside, but I hear one. Being the cautionary tale that I am, I do want to make sure I'm not getting snuck up on. And that's when I realize the zombie's actually on the other side of that door. Once I take it out, a one swing KO, I begin to go ahead and loot up the yard, as well as climb the ladder to the roof, which has the actual loot room in it. I say loot room, but it's really a loot roof. I'm going to be extra careful here because zombies, they do change positions every time you start up a quest. And in this case, there's actually a vulture here. I take it out with a single shot, as well as the sleeping zombie on the air conditioner. I try to get my arrows back. I don't succeed in that endeavor. And we go ahead and clear out the rest of the loot. At this point, I am struggling on food, struggling on water, struggling on carrying capacity, struggling on everything. So I have to try my best to make my inventory work for me. I go ahead and eat up anything I can see, drink whatever's needed to be drank, and equip whatever can be equipped, scrapping as necessary. Once the rooftop has been completely cleared, we go ahead and make our way back to Jen, our quest giver, to turn in the quest and go back home to clear out our inventory. I make sure to loot up anything that I might have missed. I am a loot goblin after all. I absolutely love loot. I hate leaving anything valuable behind. So we loot it all up and head on back. On the way back, we make sure we clear out any kind of machinery, any kind of tech, and any zombies that may get in our way. Again, zombies are a great source of XP this early on, and I want to get as much of that sweet XP as possible. I go ahead and loot up the rest of the bins that I didn't get the first time. I know I've already gotten the trucks. I've already gotten most of the mailboxes en route. But anything I didn't get that I might have room for, I go ahead and make room for it. Once we make it back to Jen's, I go ahead and complete the quest. All the while, still trying to remind myself that I need to loot up Jen's area, because the game is set to refresh loot every 5 days. And if I don't go ahead and do that, then Jen's stuff won't refresh. I'm not sure if her stuff does refresh or not. Somebody let me know in the comments. However, I once again forget to go loot around her area to get all those Forge Ahead books that I know she's holding on to. And instead, we just go ahead and clear out our inventory as best as possible and get ready to go to this supply drop. I want to get as many of these as I can. I don't know what's inside of it, but I imagine it's nothing but good stuff. I scan the area, making sure we're not going to get ambushed by zombies. And with the loot crate in hand, we start making our way back home to once again drop this stuff off. We did end up getting some crafting books and a better pipe action shotgun. We go ahead and open up everything we need to open up, learn everything we can learn, and then we head on back. Now we have a level 6 pipe action. Again, still only a pipe shotgun, but it is the best pipe shotgun I can possibly have at this stage of the game. And the crates gave me a stupid amount of shotgun ammo, so we're definitely going to start using the shotgun as much as possible. Now, those of you guys who've been paying attention wouldn't realize I've actually been infected for quite a while, and I don't have anything to clear infection on my own, so I unfortunately have to spend almost all my money buying some antibiotics from Jen to clear out that infection. I've never seen what happens when you're fully infected. I don't want to know what happens when you're fully infected, but I did have to spend all that money there just to clear that infection. I was actually kind of upset about that. One antibiotic cost me 720 gold. It was insane. So after clearing out my inventory, I go ahead and get ready. I need to decide, I'm trying to decide right here, whether I want to do the next quest or if it's getting too late to do that and I should instead do some housework. We boil some water because, again, water is the most valuable thing in the world. And I craft me some food, and then we get ready to say screw it, we're not doing either. Instead, we're going outside. Now, some of you may know this, some of you may not, and I'm not too sure if it's a normal thing on every world or if I'm just extremely lucky. But directly across from my house, which is the Mortician's house, is actually Judy's house. Now, this is the same location both on my stream world on twitch.tv/Frantic Dodo, as well as this world, this little playthrough world that we're doing. Again, is that a coincidence? I don't know. But if it is, it's a happy coincidence. Now, I go ahead and take out all these zombies here. I want to get them out of the way as soon as possible, because there are a lot of them. Unfortunately, there is a biker here, and I don't know how we're going to fare against it. So we go ahead and take everybody out, start cutting them around and taking them out one at a time. I did end up loading up my shotgun in case we needed it, and thank goodness I did too, because things are about to get hairy. I thought I had enough room to take them out one at a time, but as soon as this biker got angry, he started running at me, and I knew I had to take some get the shotgun to take him down. A couple shots and some hits to the head were enough to do the job, and we ended up leveling up. Again, I'm still going Spearmaster at this point. However, I haven't found any spears, so not sure how good that's gonna do us. With this room cleared, I'm able to actually get close to the loot room. For those of you guys who don't know, the loot room is actually directly below me. But besides, if I didn't do this, I'd have to go through the entirety of Judy's house to clear it out, and then go underneath the silo, and then get to the loot room. This was a much easier way. I took out the zombies that were up here. One of them did get a good hit on me, but other than that, it wasn't too much trouble. Again, kite them around, try to take them out one at a time with this baton, and it was a little bit hairy. That zombie there, the one that's freaking out, he's always a wild card. You never know what's gonna happen. I take out my 9mm just to secure the kill, and then we get ready to go into the main loot room here. I noticed some spiders crawling down that stairwell in the back, and I get ready to use this door to my advantage. I was hoping this door would actually hold up a lot longer than it ends up doing, but these mutated end up crashing almost directly through it, forcing me to run back up the stairwell. I used the stairwell to my advantage, shooting downward into their heads as much as possible, but there are just too many of them and they are way too strong. I have to keep moving. As I get chased upwards more and more, I keep doing my best to kill as many as possible, and then once we get to the top, I end up taking out the last one. Thank goodness too, because I was below half health, and if there had been any more, I might not have survived that fight. Then out of nowhere, these guys start coming up from behind me. I have no idea where they came from, but there were a lot. I kept hearing zombies all around me, but I took them out as quick as possible and went ahead and went into the loot room. Again, I kept hearing zombies. I didn't know where they were coming from. There was a zombie behind that door, but I went ahead and went upwards and then downwards to take care of the problem before it became a problem. Turns out it was just that one zombie, easily cleared, and then we can move into the loot room. After making sure there was no more zombies down here and we had in fact cleared them all out, I went ahead and set up some hatches by these doorways here, just in case any decided to show up as I began my looting process. And then I went ahead and started looting. Now we got some good ammunition here, and it's always great. And upon opening up the working stiff toolbox, we got a magazine. All the way again, this is single player, so every magazine is actually extremely important. Mo Power Electronics gave us 2 more magazines and some resources, and the pass and gas crate ended up giving us 2 more magazines and some shell, which we can be used to make gas later. I had lockpicked this thing. I only had, I want to say, maybe like a handful of lockpicks, 1 or 2 at the most. So opening it on the first try was actually huge. We got some more books as well as some armor and ammunition, which, spoilers, will come in handy later. Those time charges are actually amazing. I'm not going to spoil it, but we actually do some really cool stuff with that later. Once the loot room has been looted, we go ahead and organize our inventory, level up a bunch, and then we get ready to head back home. We got a lot of stuff that we need to drop off, as well as make sure everything is good to go before we end the night. Once we get back home, again, I'm being extra careful to make sure we're not being followed. I set up traps by the door just in case anyone wants to come a knocking. We empty out our inventory. We go ahead and boil some more water and some food. And then we go ahead and call it a night, guys. This is the end of day 2 on a 100-day series, guys. If you guys like it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. As well as join the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/thefranticdodo, where you'll see us play this game live. See you then.